Hello everybody, this is Krista from Adventures in Metaphysics, and I had just about the best mail day yesterday. I got in my pre-ordered copy of Smoke, Ash, and Embers, put out by Three Trees Tarot, which is the team of Stephanie Burrows and Adam Ohlers. I have their Oak, Ash, and Thorn deck that I got maybe a couple months ago, and it's one of my absolute favorite decks. And it's funny because I actually pre-ordered this one before I even had Oak, Ash, and Thorn. And I'm not usually much of a dragon person. I have my Dragon Tarot put out by US Games, which I like, but I don't reach for it super often. So I really have strayed away from other dragon decks until this one. So I've flipped through the cards briefly already, and I'm kind of getting the feeling that I think it's just that I didn't have the right one. So this is what the box looks like. It's such a pretty green. And the decks always come with the most fun extras. So we got this little message on top of the package saying to handle with care. I think my favorite part though is that we always get a little letter written by our decks. It came in Oak, Ash, and Thorn, and it came in this one as well, written by the dragons, which I think just adds such a cool personal touch. I am totally someone who personifies their decks, and this just adds a whole other layer to my little fantasy. I think my favorite though is that we got these beautiful, pretty big prints of some of the cards. And I already know I'm gonna have to get some kind of 3-spread frame so that I can hang these up. They are so beautiful. There were some others. I think I already stored them in the box. Oh yes, we got some smaller prints. As well as a certificate of authentication, which was really interesting. I don't think my Oak, Ash, and Thorn came with that. Super cool, and it tells you the number of the deck. I love that. So that was a really cool touch. I'm going to keep that in the box, I believe, which I like to have on display. I put it out with my Oak, Ash, and Thorn because I plan to make a bag for this deck. But anyways, enough talking about that. Let me actually show you the cards. So we have our same little meanings cards that show up in Oak, Ash, and Thorn if you've seen that one, which is super helpful. I love something like this to keep with the deck, and just some simple keywords. I really enjoy having those. All right, let's get into the cards. We have the Fool. I love this idea that instead of jumping off a cliff or mindlessly falling off a cliff, it's a little bit more intentional of climbing the staircase to an unknown light, but choosing to go on that adventure. I think it adds a little bit more agency to that Fool card. The Magician. I really love the darkness of this deck too. Oak, Ash, and Thorn, we see a lot of daytime depicted, and I think it's really interesting that we get more nighttime cards. It gives this sense of, you know, our animals are out during the day, and at night comes out the dragons. This deck is meant to, it seems to me anyway, continue that same world that we get in Oak, Ash, and Thorn. They exist sort of in continuum, which is so, so cool. The High Priestess. The Empress. We have all our little baby dragons here. And I don't know if anyone else has ever seen the dinosaur movie or show Land Before Time. These leaves here reminded me of those star leaves that all the dinosaurs eat. I think that is my #1 fictional food that I've always wanted to try, were those star leaves from Land Before Time. The Emperor, we definitely get a sense of power here. The Hierophant, we have a little key hanging around his neck. I love these butterflies. The Lovers, how sweet. Again, I just really love the darker tones of this deck. The Chariot. These flowers look like the same flower with a little mouse, and I believe the Fool card of Oak, Ash, and Thorn is hanging onto, and that is just so cool. Strength. Yeah, that looks like our same little mouse. That's so fun. The Hermit. I love this hidden cave. I love the idea of dragons roaming around and us just not really being able to see them. Wheel of Fortune. We get all the seasons here. That is really, really cool. Justice. It looks like this dragon is sort of dealing with these two frogs as if they're arguing over something, and this dragon is sort of making the decision for them or settling their argument. That's really funny. The Hanged Man. We've got a little squirrel hanging out of the tree. Oh, I love it. Death. Temperance. I love that you can see the foot underwater. The Devil. This is super interesting. We get that continuation from the Lover's card, which is the same as in Oak, Ash, and Thorn with the two foxes. It just turns it into this different kind of scene, but the same characters from the Lovers. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. I love this card. Also the idea that there's little mini dragons. It's so cool. We kind of get dragons of all different shapes, sizes, and colors, so it doesn't give off one idea of what a dragon could be, which I really enjoy. The Sun. It feels like you can see and feel the sunlight in this card, doesn't it? That is beautiful. Judgment. I love this light we're getting on the dragon. Kind of this coming to light moment, which is how I like to see the Judgment card anyway. And the World. I kind of wonder if this is some sort of dragon egg. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. That was kind of my first thought, but I'm not sure. Ace of Cups. We have these little water dragons. Oh, I love that. Two of Cups. And we have our acorns here. So it kind of mirrors that world again of Oak, Ash, and Thorn where we have the squirrels and their acorn caps. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. I can't get over these tails and webbed feet. Again, just giving us all different ideas of what dragons could be and look like. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. I love that. Seven of Cups with all these different choices in the acorn caps. Look at that little, looks like a little mouse. So cute. Eight of Cups. Sort of looking towards the moonlight, looking towards something else. That's really pretty. Nine of Cups. I love this idea of the Nine of Cups, feeling like you have enough to just rest. Because that, I usually see that card, I think like a lot of people, as kind of that treat yourself card. And I think it's hard for us to see treating ourselves as resting, as being inactive. It's really hard, I think, for a lot of us to do that. 10 of Cups. We've got our rainbow. I love that. And look, yeah, we've got our little dragon family. That's so cute. Page of Cups. looking at this little fish. I feel like I can feel what it feels like to swim in this water. Knight of Cups. I don't usually look at the Knight of Cups as that romantic figure, but doesn't it kind of feel that way in this? A dragon frog romance? That would be something. Queen of Cups. It really looks like she's thinking about something here. With her back turned to us, that's really interesting body language for the Queen of Cups. King of Cups. All right, we are on to the Pentacles. We've got these really earthy looking dragons. With their scales kind of look like leaves. Ace of Pentacles, which gives more into this idea of they may be all around us all the time, we're just missing it. Oh, and we've got our bunnies. The bunnies are in the Pentacle suit of Oak, Ash, and Thorn. I love that. 2 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Working together to build that nest. That is so fun. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Wow. He's got these tattered wings and the smoke coming out of his nostrils. 6 of Pentacles. That definitely gives off the sense of providing. Oh, especially since the dragon is the source of the fire. That's really cool. 7 of Pentacles. I love this spider web overhead. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. The Page. I love what looks like these tiger lilies all around. Knight of Pentacles. That really does give off a sense of slowness. He has to trudge through all of these fallen leaves to keep going. I really like that. Queen of Pentacles. I love it. It kind of gives me the sense that she's got her own flower garden here. She tends to it and cares for it, but also protects it. And the King of Pentacles. He looks so smug. I love that. All right, we are on to the swords, and we see our crows mirrored here as well. I really, really like that. That is such a cool feature. We've got the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Oh, he really looks sad there. 4 of Swords, resting in this tree while these crows kind of just look on. 5 of Swords. I like this because you can't really tell if he's the rightful owner of these swords and he's kind of scaring away what would be the thieves, or if he's sort of stolen this spot and they fled. 6 of Swords. That's interesting that the dragon is laying down. Usually we get forward movement with this card, but we're not seeing that there. I wonder what that could mean. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. That's really cool. It's almost in this nest of swords, but it could entirely fly upwards if it wanted to. 9 of Swords. That seems to me like the dragon's in the tree, and something or someone is trying to get to it, and is almost like launching swords into the tree. 10 of Swords. That looks like complete exhaustion. Oh. Oh my goodness. We get 2 options? I did not know. Yikes, look at that one. That is an intense 10 of Swords. I think we're gonna stick with this. Oh, I don't know. No, I think we're gonna stick with this one. I think this one is a bit more relatable. At least I'm hoping to not end up with 10 swords in me. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. He is taking charge. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. I love this beautiful black color that the sword suit dragons are. All right, and we were with our wands, and our foxes are back. Oh, I love that. The Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. I love these mountains. That's really pretty. 3 of Wands. That's interesting that this wand has been set on fire. I'm kind of wondering if that's pointing to, you know, in the 2 of Swords, you're contemplating, you're trying to decide where you want to go next. Maybe this wand that's being burned is either eliminating options or making a final choice and sticking to it. 4 of Wands. I love the flower petals all in the air. So pretty. 5 of Wands. That's interesting. You do get kind of the sense of play, as if they're play fighting. Because no one really looks like they're out to hurt each other necessarily. 6 of Wands. Look at that celebration. Oh my gosh. And you have all these animals bringing like offerings almost. That's so cute. 7 of Wands. Wow. That is such a come at me card. 8 of Wands. That looks definitely like fast motion. I really like that. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. You can see how hard of a time he's having flying. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. He looks tired. See the smoke coming out of his nose? That's interesting. You know, I feel like I get the same sense from the Knight of Wands and Oak, Ash, and Thorn. It's that fox that is trying to get back his wand from all the bees, sort of warning against moving too fast. I really like that interpretation. I like that it was repeated here as well. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. And then this is our extra card. That is beautiful. I'm not really sure. In Oak, Ash, and Thorn, we got a card with the dragons on it as kind of a teaser. This doesn't seem to be like a teaser to me, but it's such a beautiful card. I love that. So that is the Smoke, Ash, and Embers deck put out by 3 Trees Tarot. I am so excited to get started using this. I do believe you can buy copies regularly now, so if you are a fan of dragons at all, you definitely need to pick this one up. I will put a link below to their website where you can buy the deck from. as well, of course, as a link to Rachel and I's Instagram and a link to my Etsy shop. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful end of your week.